Ever notice how time zooms by when you're doing something you love, playing games, hanging out with friends, or maybe reading a fantastic book? Suddenly hours feel like minutes. Why does this happen? It's all about how our brains perceive time. Our brains are incredible machines, constantly processing information, but they don't track time like a clock on the wall. Our perception of time is flexible, influenced by our emotions and experiences. Let's dive in and explore the science behind this fascinating phenomenon. Get ready for some brain power. Deep inside our brains lives a tiny region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN for short. Think of it as our internal clock. The SCN receives information from our eyes about light and darkness, helping us regulate our sleep-wake cycle. But the SCN isn't the only player in the time perception game. Our emotions and experiences also play a big role. When we're engaged and excited, our brains release chemicals that affect how we experience time. It's like our brains are taking mental snapshots, creating memories that influence our perception of how much time has passed. One of the most important chemicals involved in time perception is dopamine. You know that feeling of joy and excitement you get when you achieve something great? That's dopamine at work. Dopamine is our brain's reward system, making us feel good when we do things that are pleasurable or important for our survival. And guess what? Dopamine also messes with our sense of time. When we're having fun and dopamine is flowing, our brains tend to perceive time as passing faster. It's like our brains are so busy enjoying the moment that they don't keep track of time as accurately. Have you ever been so engrossed in an activity that you lose all track of time? Maybe you were painting, playing music, or solving a challenging puzzle. That's called a flow state. In a flow state, we're completely absorbed in the present moment. Our focus is laser sharp, and we experience a sense of effortless concentration. Time seems to melt away because our brains are so engaged in the task at hand. The flow state is a magical place where we can achieve peak performance and experience deep satisfaction. It's no wonder that time flies when we're in the flow. Now think about a time when you were bored out of your mind. Maybe you were stuck in a long queue or a dull lecture. Remember how time seemed to crawl by? That's because our brains hate boredom. When we're bored, our brains aren't stimulated. We don't have many new experiences to process, so our perception of time slows down. It's like our brains are saying, hurry up and give me something interesting to do. The good news is that we have the power to choose how we spend our time. We can choose to engage in activities that we find stimulating and enjoyable, making time feel more fulfilling.